Hello guys, welcome back. So, I've just made a Jurchens Lancer Rush build order. Uploaded that yesterday. Well, it's probably a few days ago now from the time this one's been uploaded, but I'll put a link to it at the end of the of this video, so you can watch the build order. But yeah, it seems to be pretty strong, especially when it's got a rocket cart sort of follow up. That's really strong. The rocket carts are ridiculous. Along with the Steppe Lancers. So Jurchens Steppe Lancers, they attack 20% faster, which makes them extremely good. Obviously they've not got the same amount of HP, they've got less HP than Mongols, but they do have bloodlines. But yeah, this fast attack, it's so good. So good. So we've now got two properly viable Lancer rushing civs, Mongols and Jurchens. Tatars, yeah, possibly. They're not too bad. Certainly if you can take advantage of the hills, you're laughing really, because they do have the best Steppe Lancers in the game when they're attacking from a hill. It's very situational. But yeah, with the Jurchens, really good civ. The animals don't decay, so it gives you a bit of extra food, which is really good. So if I execute the build order perfectly, we do get an uptime of 1335, 1340, but it is a 3 deer build order. This is not a 3 deer map, this is a chicken map, so this is going to cause me some issues because I've not quite got a build figured for chicken. I did have one and then I've lost it because I think I was annoyed with it because I was trying to get it faster than 14 minutes. So I'll have to see if I can find that one again. But yeah, I think with chicken you're gonna have to have an extra villager, which I do try and kind of wing it a little bit with this one. Oh, there's a pun, isn't there? Chicken wing. Yeah, I try and wing it a little bit, and it doesn't quite work. I end up being a bit late, so obviously I'm not getting the timings that I want with this one. But one thing I have learned is that actually a 14-minute castle age is actually still pretty decent. I've not been punished by being a bit later, so yeah, it seems to be fine. So I think my concerns about chicken maps giving us slightly later fast castles is been kind of unjustified really. It's still fine as long as you're able to wall up around your resources, which is what you want to be doing. Then you should be absolutely fine. I've gone down to the chicken quite early on this particular one. I don't know if this is why I end up struggling a bit with the build. Maybe I've gone too early to the chicken, I'm not quite sure. Maybe I've gone too many on the chicken. Don't quite know. Maybe 3 on chicken would have been fine for this one. But either way, I end up being a little bit late, to say the least. And one thing I did, I'm trying to use the normal build where I send 2 over onto the berries. Not sure if because I had an extra chicken, I might have been able to have just sent 1 over there. I'm not sure. Not quite sure, but yeah, something I'm gonna have to try and figure out. We're playing against Mats 1, who's playing as a Hindustanis. So obviously Hindustanis, you can probably assume we're gonna have a scout rush. Don't think they go men at arms in this particular game. I think scouts work pretty well for the Hindustanis still, but they probably could have gone for men at arms. I've not actually come across that many men at arms games over the last well, the 4 that I played last night. I think there was only 1 that was a men at arms. I think I had 2 scouts and another one was on Black Forest. So yeah, a bit more testing to do, but yeah, I managed to increase my elo yesterday from 1360 to 1420, so that's where I'm at the moment. I did have a bit of a drop pre-patch. But this build order, 100% win rate so far. I have only played 4 games, so yeah, take that with a pinch of salt. There's going to be some losses. But what I have found is with the rocket cart backing them up, absolutely phenomenal, and hopefully we get to see that during this game as well, which I think we do. So, yeah, opponent's on his way up. I'm on my way up. Obviously, he's going to get there pretty soon. Got the barracks on the way down. So we're going to see his next production military building coming up fairly shortly. That could be why I messed up. No, I put 8 on the wood because I needed. So I did go for an extra villager in this build actually. So I put an extra one on wood because I'd had to make the mill there. Yeah, I'm going to have to see if I can figure it out for a chicken map. Like I said, I did have a build order for it, but I'm going to have to try and find it. Because I think most of the content creator preview, I've just been trying to get my head around chicken maps, rather than actually doing anything properly productive. And I've kind of just got annoyed with it now. So that's why I've done the Jurchens one as a deer pushing build order. But yeah, I think with the fast castles with chicken, you do need an extra villager on wood. Anyway, there we go. We're up now, so getting the stable blacksmith. We should be able to hopefully pick up fairly soon. Seemed to be a chicken missing, a turkey missing. I think there was something off with this build, and I couldn't quite figure out why. As in, I was short of quite a bit of food, I think. Maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, we're still really short on food, and I don't know why. Because if I've taken all of the turkeys and add those 2 on the berries, I should have had enough food. But I've ended up having 35 seconds idle time, so it's going to be about 14.5 minutes by the time I actually get up, which is not ideal at all. Okay, so my opponent is not really doing anything. Well, he has made an extra scout, but he's just kind of scouting around, not actually coming to attack me yet, which is a bit weird. So this is probably costing quite a bit. He should have been attacking me. He probably figured out that I'd gone fast castle, so he's just trying to quickly get walled up rather than put pressure on, which is a mistake. You always want to put the pressure on if you think someone's fast castling. I'm going to kind of wall up around these bits just to keep the scouts out as best as I can, and then obviously we've got the tower there, town centre there. It's going to be very difficult for him to actually come in and cause me some issues on this side of the base now. So yeah, base is looking pretty secure. Yeah, it's all secure around there. I had a villager there hiding behind the barracks. Yeah, there's not a huge amount he can do. Yeah, I really don't know why he didn't pressure me. I think he's just trying to get up. He knows I'm on the way to Castle Age, so I think he's just trying to get up himself. But there we are, we're up. I was a little bit late getting bloodlines, but that's in now, so we'll start making some lancers. And we're in quite a good position. We've got loads of wood because I've ended up with an extra villager on wood because of the chicken map. That does mean that rocket carts should be able to be added sooner than I normally would, which is really good. You definitely want those lovely rocket carts. Yeah, he definitely should have harassed me a bit more. And when I was playing, I didn't really realise he was giving me such an easy time. I thought maybe he just saw all my walls and couldn't really do much. But it's just purely because he didn't actually attack me. So, yeah. Anyway, we've got a decent number of Steppe Lancers now. It's still not fully walled. He was walling up there and then he's decided to stop. I don't know why. I think he's just given up. He's just given up trying to secure himself, which is, you know, to be fair, it's probably the right call, because these Steppe Lancers will just punch through the palisades anyway, really, really quickly, because of the faster attack. So that's a good thing about Jurchens as well. Because they're attacking faster, they can get through faster. The palisades, a lot faster than Mongols can, which doesn't leave much time for the opponent to react. So those clutch situations where you just like one hit away from punching through a wall and then suddenly to get the house foundation down. With Jurchens, you're going to be in, which is fantastic. So yeah, just make them a lot better. So I'm in his base now anyway. As you can see, I've come forward, getting rocket carts about to come in. So about 18 minutes. A bit later than I thought it was actually, that. But we managed to get in on his wood line. He's a fair bit of idle TC, to be fair. I mean, I have as well, but that's just the way I play with these types of builds. But he's about to hit the castle age. Yeah, I mean, he has sort of protected his resources a bit. He's getting town centre up there, which I didn't know about. He's going for a third town centre here, which I think, yeah, I do manage to deny it, which was good. So those lancers would have picked off so many villagers had he carried on trying to make that. And it's going for a monastery just to try and obviously counter the Steppe Lancers. This is really good. This is something that's great about the Jurchens. Obviously, with the Steppe Lancers and the rocket carts, the Steppe Lancers aren't taking any friendly fire damage because of the one range. So obviously, if that was knights, you can't really attack buildings with knights. Whilst there's rocket carts or mangonels taking it down as well. So that's come down really quickly. Obviously, a couple of rocket carts attacking that, plus the Steppe Lancers. It just brought it right down. I think the Steppe Lancers are going to go on it now as well. So I did stop production a little bit of Lancers just so I could get some rocket carts out, but looks as though I'm starting to produce some a bit more now. Whereas he's just trying to get a monk defense really and grow his economy a little bit, which is probably a good idea. But he probably did need some troops as well to kind of, not loads of troops, but just a few troops, just to kind of help him here. Because the thing with the against Lancer Rush builds and fast castle builds, if you can get an economy lead, you're generally going to be in a good position against the Steppe Lancer Rush. I think I'm managing to cause enough issues for him that he's not really able to get much of a lead. I mean, he's got 37, I've got 37. There he goes, he's starting to pull ahead slightly now. But yeah, he's got his siege workshop, which is obviously, again, what you want. Monks in siege, quite a decent counter for this. I would suggest, certainly the mangonels will, I think they can one-shot the rocket carts, which is obviously really, really strong. And obviously the monks can cause the Steppe Lancers some issues. But that's what the rocket carts are there for. Thing is as well, if needed, I've got access to fire lancers as well. So I might actually do a fire lancer rocket cart build like the Koreans one with Jurchens. I mean, to be fair, you could probably just use the same build order. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold. I just had to have a bit of a cough there. But yeah, at this point, I'm just putting pressure on those. I mean, that mangonel's quite late coming out. Obviously, I've seen it pop out. So just escape with the lancers, dive in. Sorry, escape with the rocket carts, dive in with the lancers, and then just keep on putting the pressure on. But yeah, that follow-up with the rocket carts is really, really strong. I mean, he's booming away quite nicely now. He's just about to get a third town centre down. 45 versus 39 villager count, which is not as high as I thought it might have been actually. But yeah, it's just lost the town centre, which is good. It's getting a couple of stables down because it's decided actually I need some troops to kind of push this back, because you know I can try and boom as much as I want. Yeah, so a couple of rocket carts lost there, which was unfortunate, to say the least. Oh, that Lancer took a rocket to the face then. So, rocket carts coming forward. The monks are causing me some problems. Nothing too bad, you know, nothing too major, but I don't want to take them out of the equation. But we definitely want to get rid of that siege workshop, so we don't want any more mangonels popping out. But at this point, it's still only got 4 villager lead, despite having more town centres than I have. Getting a market down, probably wants to, by looks of things, get a castle. Ooh, losing some lancers to the TC, it's not good. But he's struggling for gold. Seems to have everything. Everything on stone, because he really wants that tower, that castle. There we go. Finally noticed the castle, I think, but gonna possibly lose stuff to the camel, but do manage to take a few villages down there, so that's fine. It's still only got a 2 villager lead. I ideally didn't want that castle going up, obviously, but I can still just come round the back here with the rocket carts and attack the TC, so I'm not overly concerned about that little situation we've got going off over there. But now we have even the score in terms of villager numbers. I've actually got 20 eco KD, which is fantastic. So he's lost 20 villagers at this point. He's got another TC coming down there, so we'll be back on 3 TCs. But again, he's just not making any army, but he doesn't really have the resources to do anything, because he would put everything on stone to get that castle up. His farming eco's gone because of taking the TC down. I mean, he's obviously got a mill there now, but it's not great. Now, I'm in on this wood line, and he's either not noticed. Yeah, he just didn't notice. That was a very late reaction, and he ended up losing so many villagers then. So there's another 12 villagers gone there. I've got 1 villager dead. Yeah, there's a villager I had down here, obviously not doing anything with it other than repairing, but it's got some goulams. They're fine. The lancers will just obliterate them, so no issues there. That town centre's down. Again, the lancers just picking off villages when they can. So the main force here is the rocket carts. They're the ones doing the main damage. The lancers are just here to protect the rocket carts and pick off villages where we can. But the main destructive force is those rocket carts. I was trying to get another castle there. I obviously wanted to secure that farm and eco and secure that gold, but managed to push him away from doing that. It's down to 30 villages at the moment. Certainly causing him some issues. He's trying to get him 1 there. But again, saw the lancers coming around, so he knew he was going to be in trouble. And now he's going to get 1 there. He wants to try and secure that. Secure that woodline and that gold. But he just can't do it. Everywhere he tries getting that castle, he's in trouble. That's it, GG. So 4 wins out of 4 so far during testing with this. Let me know what you think in the comments. The build order is on the screen now, so do check that one out, and I'll see you on the next one.